Good morning, evening, afternoon, and welcome to part 15 of 9, episode 1, Koko no tsu koko no ka koko no iro. So, continuing off from where we were experimenting with Kujo, trying to figure out how we can further develop her power or figure out what she can and cannot do with it. So we figured out that she cannot do more than 30 feet, 10 meters. In length of her ability, she has to be within that distance. And then we had found that it's okay, so we were wondering about if she can do her ability without seeing the item. So we found out that as long as she has the object in mind, knows what the object is, and knows whether in the rough vicinity of where that object is, she can teleport it. Then they found out that rather than stealing, it's more like borrowing. So she can also rather than teleporting it to herself, she can also teleport it back to where it was. Which could be pretty good as well in certain situations. And then finally, one of the biggest findings is the possibility of being able to borrow, steal memories or feelings of a person. That I feel like can be pretty drastic or pretty monumental in possible future situations that we come across. Fortunately, just before we were about to test it out, Sora had arrived to the apartment, and we thought, okay, cool, now we're going to test subject. Great. And then we had found out that she was not alone. Well, not technically she was alone, but we had found out there was somebody else. This guy. Yoichi was loitering around outside the room and inside the apartment itself. Which makes me think that he was there for a bit and he was eavesdropping or hearing on us. Which is big because before we found out about it, that he was there, all we have been talking about was Kujo's ability and about memories and things like that. So the reason why I think he was listening in on us is because he knew Kujo was in the room. The only way you can know that, the only way you can know that is if he overheard us, if he heard us. It can't be because there's shoes in the entrance hall, because that could have actually been Sora's shoes. You wouldn't know whose shoes they were. So, because he hasn't said anything, I'm being suspicious of him. So, I'm going to keep an eye on any minor things he does from now on. But anyway, apart from that, he is now jealous that we are eating Kujo's handmade meals. And now he's kind of forced Kujo into making... I can't say forced, but I mean... He's made it so that Kujo's now going to cook for the four of them all together. So that's where we roughly are. So let's get carrying straight into it, shall we? Yeah, that's exactly how I feel. See, I actually wanted to talk about an next course of action with Sora, but with Yoichi unexpectedly showing up, that's all off the table. Yeah, we had a lot to talk about. A lot.
Oh, めっちゃうまい。
ねえ、みやこ先輩料理上手だよね。ありがとう。おかわりもあるからね。
I completely forgot. I don't know what. I was just saying Kujo, and I hear him saying Kujo so many times that I kept thinking that Kujo was like her surname, but Miyako is. Right? Sorry about that.
環境設定です。
No, it is Kujo. Wait. Oh, okay, no. I was just got confused there for a second as well. Kujo is her last name. I just thought it was weird because she said Miyako senpai. Yeah, just trying to read that. Miyako senpai. So it was formal yet casual at the same time. So I thought Miyako was her surname, but no. Because also Miyako, yeah, but Miyako is her first name. So Kujo is her surname. Sorry about that. I'll mix up on my own side. A peaceful meal. In the end, we never do get around to do anything else. Instead, we share a meal and chat, passing the day. Really? That's unfortunate. Oh wow, it would have ended pretty soon after the previous episode. I wouldn't have guessed that it would have ended like that. Okay, today I'm a bit late to my noon meal. I'm having ginger pork. I was holding out hope that Kujo might be around the cafe, but unfortunately she's nowhere to be seen. If she did have a shift today, it'll probably be in the evening. If I really did come here hoping to see Kujo, does that make me a stalker? I wouldn't say so. Because if you were a stalker, you would actually know where she would be all the time. Obviously, I wouldn't know what stalkers do, but whatever. It's just what I don't know. Okay. Alas, gone are the days when I came to this cafe just looking forward to the grub. I hunch down in my seat and focus on eating.
珍しいね。新見くんがお昼に来るなんて。
Okay, now he's imagining things. I'm just joking. Huh? Oh, that was Kujo's voice. I look up to see her set down a plate across from me and take a seat.
一緒に食べてもいい？
Of course not. And you came here for lunch too, Kujo?
私はお仕事上がったところ。おじいさまが帰る前に食べていけってまかないを作ってくれたの。
Wow, so he just made it in time. Oh yeah? How about that? You sure surprised me.
私も。いただきます。
She puts her hands together in prayer before picking up her fork. Spaghetti Napolitana. Okay, no, I'm just used to spaghetti Napolitan, which is Napolitan. So I don't think I've seen it said as Napolitana. So my apologies if it is actually the way it's said, but looks great. I should try ordering that next time.
お客様にはちゃんと鉄板でお出しいたします。
What?
そうそう。ステーキに使う鉄板のお皿。
Ah.
下に卵が敷いてあってね。美味しいよ。
Oh, that actually sounds pretty good. Cool. I'll give it a try next time I come.
お待ちしています。新見くんはどこか出かけてたの？
Nah. I was just kicking around the apartment.
そうなんだ。遅い時間だからお出かけの帰りに寄ってくれたのかなって。
I was waiting out the lunch rush since I figured it'd be crowded.
あ、そうだね。休日のお昼はご家族で来るお客さんが多いね。夜は空いているんだけど。
You're a hard worker, coming in on the weekends too.
ありがとうございます。でも好きでしているから。社会勉強にもなるし。
Yeah, I've been thinking about working a serious part-time job myself. Pretty hard to take that first step though.
アルバイトいいよ。大変だけれど視野が広がるし、お給料も出るし。
I bet you're the type to save all your pay.
あとね、月に1回だけ贅沢するの。
Oh yeah? Like how?
そこいちのカレー食べたり、モックのハンバーガー食べたり。
Yeah, I can see that actually myself. I would think of that myself as spoiling yourself a month. See, you're really splurging there. I can hear the sarcasm in that, but yeah.
でしょ？ 500 円超えちゃうし、物によっては1000円近くするし。だから 月1回の贅沢なの。
You know, Kujo, it's kind of surprising to hear you eat out.
お金は貯めるだけじゃなくて、使うときはためらわず使うべし。
Another family motto?
そう。溜め込むだけじゃ経済が停滞しちゃうからって。だから使うことも大事なんだっておじいさまが。
Never thought of it that way. Interesting. That makes sense. So you're just doing your part to keep the economy buzzing with your extravagant 1,000 yen purchases, huh, Kujo?
わ、1000円を強調した。どうせケチです。
Okay, I thought I misread that, but it's not. My bad. I'm still just sponging with my parents, so I want you to know that I think it's pretty cool what you do.
フォローしても遅いです。
Come on.
おかわり遠慮しないでね。
Nah. I'll be fine. Thanks, though. We chat through the rest of our meal. We've avoided talking about the artifact stuff, but right when we're about to be about done with our food, Kujo speaks to me in a muted tone.
新見くん、今日はこれから用事ある？
Nah, not really.
ね、よかったら少しだけ付き合ってもらってもいい？
This is about the experiments? I know we couldn't do it yesterday.
それもあるんだけど、今日はもう一度公園に行ってみたくて。あともう一箇所。
This other place is our second statue position probably place. Ah, right. So she wants to visit the scene of the second petrification incident.
少しでも犯人のことわからないかなって。
Looking for clues, huh?
何も残っていないとは思うけれど。
Well, it won't hurt to go take a look. It might be something there that nobody else but us would recognize. That's true.
ありがとう。
Alright, let's finish eating and must see. I'm not sure what that's. I've never seen that. Muzi? I don't know. When I see things like that, I look at Japanese. じゃあ、さっさと食べていくか。Yeah, then let's just finish eating and go.
今日もよろしくお願いします。
You're most welcome. For some reason, we courteously bow our heads to one another before quickly finishing off the rest of our meals. In a surprise twist, I find myself together with Kujo yet again today. A part of me is ecstatic, thinking about what a lucky break this is. But the rest of me is all too aware that we're heading to the scene of a murder. I've got to focus. We exit Nambo, first stopping by the convenience store near the station. Seems like we're in for a long day, so we're going to buy something to drink first.
贅沢しちゃった。コンビニでお茶買うの久しぶり。どうしたの？
Okay, this has been bugging me. So this bottle of water cost me 180 yen. Fine, or whatever. But you know the ones bigger than these? The 2-liter ones? They're just 100 yen.
あ、だよね。小さい方が高かったよね。
Right, exactly. That kind of rubs me the wrong way.
理由があるのかな？他のコンビニでも2リットルの方が安いよね。
Really feels like we were getting a bad deal, doesn't it? Oh well, forget about it. Let's hit the road.
あ、ペットボトルカゴに入れていいよ。
She's got her bike with her. Bicycle. Cool, thanks. Alright, let's get going. The second victim was found right next to the park, right?
そうだね。公園通り過ぎて商店街の方に。
Did she spot something? Just as Kujo kicks up her bike stand and starts to walk with it, she lets out a gasp. A little gasp.
新見くん。
She tugs at my shirt sleeve. There, maybe 30 feet in front of us, about 10 meters. Yeah, about 10 meters. Sorry if I keep going to this measuring system, I just prefer it. Oh, the soft side at Kosaka Senpai. Kosaka Senpai is walking timidly, her head hung.
あの状態が普段の高坂先輩なのかな?
Probably, yeah. We don't want her finding us, so let's... well, crap. I figure we should get while the getting's good. But unfortunately, she notices us. Her eyes bug out, and she starts fidgeting, shaking her head and putting her hand to her mouth, like she's coming down with the cause of nausea. Up, yeah. But a moment later, she lifts her head again and, like a different person, smiles softly. Great. Guess we get to find out what's behind door number 2.
どういう能力なんだろう?
She said she'll tell me about it next time we met. Anyway, she's seen us already, so we might as well talk to her. Kosaka Senpai holds the hem of her skirt and curtsies to us like a force. I think it's force. Sorry, I can't remember the pronunciation for that word. Aristocrat. I give her a wave in return and walk up to her.
奇遇ですわね。こんなところで。
Okay, no, I was thinking about something and then I cancelled myself out. I had something to pick up at the convenience store over there. Were you at the bookstore, Senpai?
ええ。専門書など少々。
She puts her free hand to her cheek and smiles, lifting her shopping bag up to her chest by way of demonstration. Yeah, I can make out a couple of the covers. She totally just bought a bunch of manga. I really don't get this girl.
そちらの方は喫茶店にいらっしゃいましたね。九条美子と申します。よろしくお願いします。そう。
That's so. It was more like wait. It's more like I see. It's like she doesn't really care. I think. The unbelievably cold reception is enough to make even Kujo's expression tighten. Yeah, I guess I wasn't the only one that could feel it. Kosaka Senpai flashes a narrowed-eyed, provocative smile at Kujo, who is still frowning, before quickly turning to face me once again. I don't know what's going through her head, but the next thing I know, she grabbed my hand. I don't know why they added this.
やはりあなたは私のないと運命を感じますわ。こんなところで出会うなんて。
So, provocative smile, or like provoking, in a sense, provoking Kujo. That type of smile was quite accurate because it seems like she is now. Huh? Huh?
よろしければこれからお茶でもいかがですか？二人きりで。
I guess she doesn't like Kujo, or she doesn't like females, perhaps. No. See, I've got plans.
私の能力の秘密、興味がおありなんでしょ？
I would love to know, but not alone. I mean, when you put it that way, yeah, I do want to know, but...
構いませんわよ。お話しします。二人きりで語り合いましょう。ベッドの中で。
Okay, so, interestingly enough, yeah, she does says my bed is quite comfortable. But in Japanese, beddo no naka de. Naka is more usually used for middle or inside, if I recall. So the Japanese is a lot more showing in terms of what she wants to try and do. Oh, just got charmed again. Senpai's eyes shimmer alluringly. Shit, this is bad. It's just like last time. Oh, she noticed.
あ
Kujo thankfully steps between us, breaking Senpai's gaze as well as her grip on my hand, and I slip out of my trance. Close call. She used her power on me again, huh?
申し訳ありませんが、新見くんはこれから私と出かけるんです。
そんなのいつでもいいじゃありませんか。
よくありません。
Kujo gets a little snippy. Okay, so here, I don't know, sorry if I keep doing this, but I find it quite interesting. So in the Japanese chat it says, Kujo nga biribiri shiteita. Biribiri is an... Okay, it's gonna make me sound pretty stupid, but if I recall, that's for an onomatopoeia. I think that's the word for it. The sounding words. It's been a while since I've used those, but... So biribiri is more like shocking, or electricity, or like static. So you can feel the atmosphere is electrifying in a sense, I guess you could say, as well. And Kosaka Senpai looks like she's ready for a fight too. How did he end up in between these two? In a pathetic display, I'm too intimidated to do anything, and simply watch the two of them duke it out.
かける様はあなたよりも私と一緒にいたいと思いますの。
そんなことはありません。新見くんは私と一緒に出かけるので。
では本人に聞いてみましょう。どちらと一緒にいたいのか。
いいえ、必要ありません。新見くん、行きましょう。
Interesting. Huh? Oh, right.
かける様、またいずれ。
Huh? Sure.
返事なんてする必要ありませんから。
Oh, right, my bad. Looking rather miffed, Kujo tugs at my arm and drags me away. After we trudge along in silence for a bit, Kujo peeks behind her, breathes a sigh, and lets go of my arm.
もういいかな。新見くん、大丈夫だった？
Yeah, sorry. Thanks.
ごめんなさい、強引に。新見くんの目の焦点が急におかしくなったから、もしかしてって思って。
You seriously saved my bacon there, really? She went right for the jugular. Using her bullets on me, that girl is extremely dangerous. Okay, there's a lot here. I don't actually feel like right now going through all of this, but these words feel a bit weird to me.
他人を自分の思い通りにする能力だよね。他人というより異性。
Yeah. She built up a reverse harem for herself, so that would make sense. I'd hoped we could get her to join us, but she does not like her. I don't often see you looking so disgusted.
してる？
You were kind of scary back there too.
必死で新見くんが危ないって。
Thank you. I appreciate the save.
どういたしまして。
Ready to go? Having overcome the surprising obstacle in our path, we regain our composure and head toward our destination. We walk past the park, but not quite the whole way to the shopping district. This area would be nice, quiet residential district, if it weren't for the railroad line and the train crossing. It gets quite noisy when a train comes passing through. The roads alongside the track are pretty wide too, and there's a pretty decent flow of foot traffic. However, according to Kujo, the people mostly clear out once night rolls around. The second victim was found on these very roads. Word is that they were found turned to stone, sitting leaned up against the fence near the tracks. There are flowers memorializing the victim at the scene of the crime, probably left by family or friends, but aside from that, nothing. Digging around for clues too much would be in bad taste. We put our hands together in a prayer and leave the crime scene. We visit the park afterwards, but here too, there's nothing to see. As if to make us doubt whether the incident even happened, all we found is a bunch of kids shouting and playing. Rachel stares pensively at the bench, the same spot where the stone girl once sat. Maybe she had some sort of idea. She whispers, "I'm sorry," and sits down.
Nimi-kun, 犯人はどんな人だと思う?
It's hard to tell. I don't even know what type of person the second victim was, so it's hard for me to really emphasize my original theory before. I had a few theories on the reason behind the victims, but if I don't know what the second person looks like, how they are, it's hard for me as the reader to really say much. I'm thinking either a girl around the same age as the first victim, or a good-looking guy with a knack for chatting up girls. That second part really hit me strong, but because I did think it was a guy as well. But then again, it could be a girl as well if I had thought of my previous situation with the bullying. It could be either.
それはなぜ?
Those are the two ways I can see them getting close to the first victim while she still had her guard down.
遠くから能力を使った可能性は?
Probably not. It also happened at night. Why would the girl be out alone at night as well?
理由を聞かせてもらってもいい?
The girl's face looked like she was in pain, which means she had enough time for the expression on her face to change during the petrification process. Why is it in English saying, okay, so far so good? All she is doing really right now is like nodding her head in agreement. However, her pose was flawless. She was frozen in place while still looking at her phone. If you were turning to stone and you could move, you'd be running away in panic, not staring at your phone, right?
姿勢も崩れる.
She nods in agreement. I'm also bothered by where she was looking at. She wasn't looking at herself nor at her phone. Actually, her eyes were off in some other direction. I did not notice that. I hope they have a re-look at that. I wanted to see. Maybe the culprit was standing where she was looking. Or perhaps they were holding her at knife point, ordering her not to move, and she averted her eyes out of fear. Either way, her expression and apparent actions were unnatural, unless the culprit was close by to influence her. In my opinion, this hardly took any deep thinking. But once I finished explaining, Kuja makes a little noise of agreement and nods, looking impressed.
理にかなってる。すごい、名探偵。
As she has a guess based on the disposition of the first victim. As for the second victim, the one who was found collapsed back there, they were a middle schooler, right? Oh wow, a middle schooler. I'm trying to think now because I'm not used to the education system in terms of the age groups. I think it's elementary, middle, junior high, high. Middle would be... Wait, high is 16, 17, 18, 13, 14, 15, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So if I got an idea around about that age group. Okay. Interesting. Again, it was at night. Because obviously less foot traffic, less people saw it and noticed it, so there was no witnesses. Why was a middle schooler near a railroad? Obviously on the other side of the fence, I know that. But alone at night.
そう、中学生。
And a girl, right? Another girl. No matter how handsome a guy, if he tried to approach her on the streets at night, she'd had her guard up.
あるいは石化以外のアーティファクトの力。
Oh, good point. I'm the one who suggested it, but I forgot about the possibility of there being users with multiple artifacts. Maybe they have one with some kind of paralysis effect.
あるいは高坂先輩のような魅了の力があれば。
In that case, that guess I offered earlier goes out the window.
でも表情を変えられる時間があるって事実は重要かも。私石化は一瞬って思い込んじゃってたけど。
Makes sense, since your power is instant. Well, not technically.
ソラちゃんもそう。けどアーティファクトごとにその能力も条件も違うはず。思い込みで話しちゃうのは危ないね。
I still wish we knew more about what kind of power we're dealing with, at least.
ソフィーさんからは何も？
Well, the whole reason they leaked into our world in the first place was that Sephiroth wasn't keeping a close eye on them. So yeah, she doesn't really have anything useful info-wise, or so she says.
詳細は期待できないか。
Seems that way. After a brief sigh, Kujo looks up to the sky.
どうしてあの子が狙われたんだろう。
Most murders are committed by a relative, but probably not in this case.
犯罪者の気持ちはわからないけれど、もし私が人を害するなら、できる限りランダムに選ぶかな。
Same for me. I'd pick someone I'd never met. Also, someone who looked weaker than me.
弱そうな。じゃあ男性だよね、犯人は。女の人だったらもっと小さな子を狙いそう。
I mean, she kinda did, or that person kinda did. But the power of an artifact turns everything on its head. Kind of annoying.
でも新見くんにソラちゃん、それに私、結城さんに高坂先輩、それにあの火事を起こした生徒。
Sorry about that.
確認できている6人のユーザーのうち5人がうちの生徒。
That is true. And no, I was gonna say 2 of them from that other school, but only we know of 1, which is Noah. Yeah, can't really write that off as coincidence.
結城さんの学校にも私たちが知らないだけでたくさんいるのかもしれない。
So chances are pretty good that the evil eye user is a student. Is that what you're saying?
もっとも大人の人たちは私たちよりもっと賢くてうまく隠しているだけかもしれないよね。
I just feel like it is a student. We'll have to see. So let me get this straight, Kujo.
うん。
You're saying we know Jack Squat. Because I don't like that word as well. It's more like you're saying nan mo wakane to. So we don't know anything at all.
そうだね。
Two of us force a smile and sigh, and we'll figure out what's left next time. Again, not so much happened this episode. It was more about just back and forth talking about various things. The biggest thing that has happened was a talk with Kosaka Senpai. I should rather just say Haruka. For me, it's better to remember it that way. So with Haruka, I don't know what she's aiming for. And her reaction before she changed, where she first kneeled down or something and her hand in front of her mouth as if she was nauseous, makes me think she's extremely unhappy with her other side. Or she dislikes it that much. I don't know. So I don't know if we can really count her as an ally then, obviously, because the way she's been acting. There's so much unknown about her. So if she's just using her ability just to have fun, she just doesn't care. Noah had we haven't seen her in a while, so we don't know much about her. Yeah. So we found out the second petrification was a middle schooler, around 10 to 12 years old. No, I was thinking that around about that age in Japan, kids do go home on their own. That is obvious. I know Japan is a lot better place than some places in the world, like mine, for example. But later at night, I don't see that happening, unless their middle school was part of a club and started going home later at night. Not at night, but more in the evening, so it's not too dark, but like dusk in a sense, you know? That could make sense, why it would be alone. Other than that, the only other thing I can think of is that they would be going to like the kombini, or just having a quick errand to run, but again, at that time of the night, I just don't see them going alone, you know? So until we find more information about the second victim, it's hard for me to really guess who the murderer is, or what they're trying to do, you know? And my first theory goes out the window then as well, the thing about the bullying. It could still be a girl, but we still don't know. It's unfortunate. Oh well. The only thing we can do is see you next time. Nothing else we can really do. So yeah, I'll have to check next time. For now, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know what your thoughts were on this episode, and I'll see you all next time.